Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Reading the Red this Friday morning. It's dry at the moment, but rain looks like imminent. And it rained all night. Matthew chapter 25 and verse 32. And all the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate them from one another, just as the shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And all the nations will be gathered before him. That sense of every human being being gathered together seems like a vast company of people. But all the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate them from one another as the sheep are separated from the goats. So God is going to take this side and he's going to take this side. And one is called the sheep and one is called the goats. And the goats are the ones who will be disregarded, and the sheep are the ones that will be drawn near. He said, my sheep know my voice. He never said, my goats know my voice. My sheep know my voice. And those sheep are destined somewhere. And those goats who did not know his voice are destined somewhere. Remember, this is just before the end of the age, just before the world comes to its conclusion. And those who are goats will be dealt with in a particular way. And those who are sheep because they did something in their lives that enabled them to become sheep. We were all goats, but some have become sheep. And what is the big thing that enabled us to move from being goats who didn't know his voice and were in rebellion to him to becoming sheep? What was the big thing that enabled the transition to move from one group to another? And the answer is this: our response to the gospel, the free gift of salvation given to us by God, because he loved the world so much that he gave his only son to die for all the goats. But only those goats who respond get to become sheep. If we don't respond, we stay goats. And staying a goat means that you're separated at the judgment and you are destined into a particular place. But responding enables you to become a sheep, and you too are destined to a particular place. Thank you for joining me. Be great. Have a great weekend. May grace be upon you, and I'll see you on Monday morning.